Welcome back, everyone. Following the North London derby, the Spurs 95-01. Wow, what a game! What a game! Where do we start? How do we break this one down? Well, let's face it. Arsenal have got the money, they've got the resources, and they have plowed in. I don't know how many hundreds of millions more into that team than Tottenham have. However, if anyone should have won that game, it should have been us. We scored 3 goals and an unlucky penalty. I thought it was actually a foul on Madison before the actual incident. But let's dive into some of this. How do we feel about the game? How do we feel about the Arsenal performance? It's definitely not the Arsenal of last year, and it's definitely not the Tottenham of last year. My biggest fear was that 2 years ago there was old Nuno there on the touchline. We were 3-0 down. He didn't know where to look. He didn't know what to do. I thought the way we showed composure and the way that we dominated possession early on was a good sign. However, some mistakes, a lot of yellow cards, needless yellow cards. Obviously, the referee, I think, was not on our side. I think he was very trigger happy. Not trigger happy when he should have probably sent off Nketiah for the foul on Vicaria and a goalkeeper. That was a pretty nasty one. He could have broken his leg. Um, and I think that on the shots for Son's potential hat trick, he could have even had a penalty himself the way that he was brought down. So refereeing definitely against us. Given all of that, I think we performed really well. Son was a superstar, fantastic finishes, both goals, sublime, beautiful finishes. Madison with his passing and with his creation, absolutely incredible. What can you say? I mean, two assists for 2 goals for Son, that new partnership. Richarlison poor, um, as always. In my perspective, I thought Solomon coming on really did add nothing. He actually did very little. It's a shame. Let's hope that Johnson can carry on and improve. We need his pace, and he needs to improve on his finishing. But it was a promising start for the youngster. Uh, Overall, we should have won. They should have lost. And I'm really upset about the way that we gifted them again 2 goals. Was that Spursy? In a way, it was because that's what we tend to do. We panic. There was a lot of panic going on, and we do intend to give up goals. But was it a different team? Yes, it was because we knew how to bounce back. We scored real goals. They got 2 fluky ones. So, as far as I'm concerned, this was definitely a game that Spurs should have won. So, Arteta says he lost 2 points. Well, I don't know what game he was watching, but I think we let 2 points go, which at the beginning would have been happy with the draw, but at the end of this of the game, I think we should have won this game. Uh, but Spurs, different team, different manager, so much better. Great news that our other top signing, Pochettino at Chelsea, is doing exactly what he was signed to do, which is making Chelsea lose over and over again every week. That couldn't have make me happier. So Chelsea lost, Arsenal didn't win. We gave a performance that I think bodes well for our top 4 chances, and hopefully we can kick on from there. Can you imagine if we had Harry Kane or a decent striker in that game? What difference it could have made? But we're getting there, and so all I have to say after that is, come on, you Spurs, we can do this. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Juan Pablo from Landers Blanco. So, what the derby? What the draw? I think it says it all about this team attitude, what they accomplished in this game against Arsenal away, in what was a game against 12. Um, I don't want to spend too much time talking about the refereeing, but um, it's absurd how we get yellow cards and Arsenal didn't. How doesn't Nketiah get a red card, right, for that tackle on Vicario? No bar. Yeah, probably it's because they were having an earlier tea time, at 4 o'clock. It's the only thing that could explain the lack of a red card there. And then it was a very mature performance overall from the whole team. I think there were some so-so performances from Pedro Porro, for example. At least offensively, he was unable to give the right pass, or although he was started a little dodgy, and the whole team started very uncomfortable the first 35 minutes. Still, they found a way by putting diagonals and playing a little bit longer, right? So it's something that we need to start seeing when they figure out the passing, the short passing that they like to do. But it was a really top performance against a team that is fighting to win the Premier League, right? And they will keep getting the help from the FA to get it done into a course, not like us. But what can we say about Madison, about Huminson, about Vicario keeping that score pretty low in the first part of the match. We can also talk about Bisuma, who started like a little, let's just say, imprecise, and then was feeling himself in the second part till the substitutions appear, right? So it killed the whole momentum that we had to get on those 15 minutes when Madison and Huminson were out. It's like the team stopped knowing how to attack at all, and it's a cause for concern going forward, because Perisic would have found Richarlison on some header and will have another set piece perhaps to one of our players. But today, after Madison and Huminson were out, the team had like a moment of doubt, and I think that's something that Postecoglou will have to work out for the next games, right? And especially the next one, who that is gonna be a very tough match against a Liverpool side that always has an incredible goal against us, or an incredible lack for some deflection that goes in, right? So it's gonna be a huge week of work, but all in all, it was a good point against a team that we haven't had a win in 13 years now, from a very young team that it's learning its ways. And hopefully they will keep this trend going next week, and being home, they will get a win against Liverpool, as we much desire taking this point as the really essence and heart to what they're doing, and to enforce the idea that the path they're following, it's the right one.